We'll wait for 2 minutes. Already 3 minutes late. We will start our class. You can able to hear me?
Yes, Vanita. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. See the screen as well?
Yes, yes.
Awesome. In my place, it was so rainy. Why, in case the connection may get disrupted in between, I guess. So in the if that case, I will message you.
Which
Or
city are you, Vanita?
Now I'm in Pudukkottai.
In Pudukkottai. Okay.
Yeah. Possibly the net connection is stable, I believe. But if it is not, I will change it to another connection. That's what I have on my backup plan. If it is not, I will message you. Okay.
Sure.
Let's start the class now. Let's see. Okay, good. We will start with the prayer first. Close your eyes, palms together. Seek the blessing from your Guru God Goddesses. Once you are done, slowly open your eyes. Okay, as usual, the same thing. We'll go with the Gocharam first, followed by our classes, then ending up with the horoscope discussion. Today we are going to see the grahas, grahas in everything sheet also. So we have the 4 segments today. We'll try to pack it up within an hour. Okay, let's see. Okay, first thing is the Gocharam. Today's Gocharam, Guru in the Kadagarasi, Ketu in the Simha, Shukra in the Tula, Surya, Mangal, Buddhan in the Vrikshika, Chandra in the Dhanur, Rahu in the Kumbha, Shani in the Meena. This is the very beautiful combination when you have the Chandra in any of the fire element Rasis. So if you are the Dhanur Rashi or the Dhanur Lagna, the moment of this day, or if it, because this is the when you are having the Dhanur Rashi, your birth chart is also having the Dhanur Chandra in the Dhanur Rashi. So that means the Chandra over Chandra. This is the very perfect day to analyze yourself, how your emotions are in among the other days, how your emotions will be on particularly this day. It will give you enormous lessons in your life. Okay, now the one more point you have to remember. This is the first thing about the you have to look into the Chandra in which place. And the second thing, now we have to concentrate on the Surya because now the Surya is moved from here to here. The new month was beginning. So this is the month. The sun is far away from the earth. So the sun's energy will be reduced day by day until it reaches here. So this is the day the peoples will lit a lamp in the home. Mostly in other days, in other month, the people won't lit the lamp only in their puja room, right? But this is the month they try to lit the lamp in the entire house itself. So the kind of the heat they need for their body, for their health, it will be usually it is given by the sun. Now the sun is far away. That kind of energy is not consumed by the individual. Now they artificially created that kind of an energy. But remember, that kind of an energy may or may not be derived from the electrical appliances, but mostly it is derived from the diyas only. That means the oil lamp only. Okay, let's say getting into the Pancham. No, and Coach Sharma, the one thing I forgot to mention, all the time you have to keep into eyes on the yearly planets, how they are moving. or is there any significant moment? Anyway, this is, when you see the Gocharam again and again, you already have your mind will already fixed into where the yearly grahas will be. So, for example, Rahu in the Rahu in the Kumbha, Ketu in the Simha, it will be next for a number of the months. The mind will be fixed in that two Rashis only for the Rahu and the Ketu. Shani in the Meena Rashi, that is also fixed. Guru in the Kadaka, this is because now it was retrograde, it may move again to the next year, I guess, if I'm not wrong. So you have to keep an eye on the yearly planets also, but when you keep doing again and again, this thing will be fixed in our mind. Okay. Now let's move into the Pancham. Tithi is the Tritiya. Okay, about the Tithi, the one thing you have to be combined, the Tithi and the Paksha. So particularly the Tithi which you born on, definitely everybody knows which Tithi you are born on, right? And additionally, you have the Tithi is only the half information. When you want to know about the full information, Tithi is the half baked information. So how it will be fully baked when it combined with the Paksha. So the Tritiya can be the Sukla Paksha, that means the growing phase of the moon. It's on the Krishna Paksha. Okay, so that the Tritiya will comes in 2 times in a month, right? So which month, which Tithi you born on, and which phase of the moon you born. That is also you have to be known. So why it is that much important? So the one thing you have to note, imagine a situation, I born on different Tithi, but for an example, I'm assuming I born on the Tritiya. Okay, then followed by additionally with the Shukla Paksha. So if that was the case, when this happens, this is the moment you can start your own prayer also. The prayer will give an immediate answer. If that was not the case, see yourself, what are the things happening around you? Is there any change? Is there any sudden movements happening in your environment, or somebody was suddenly showing anything? It can be the love, it can be hatredness, it can be whatever it is. So what is a new thing happening on a particular day? But this needs so much of awareness. Sometimes we, in that day-to-day life, we may forget everything, including the Tidis and the Paksha. But if you have so much awareness and there was a curiosity in you, try to find what is happening on which day and find out this particular combination. The three which you born on, additionally with the Paksha which you born on. When these two combinations combined, find the day that is your exploring day. You can call it as an explore day of yourself. Is there any movement was happening? Is there anything different happening around you, inside or outside? Inside means when you travel inside. I mean, your inner engineering, how it was giving an answer to you. And the outside means how the surroundings was. Surroundings means they included everything. The peoples, the places, or whatever it is, everything considered as an outside. The inside means it's your own emotions, own well-being. Okay? Now, the Tritiya followed by the Chaturthi, Yoga is the Tritiya and Shula. Okay, now I told you about the only one combination. The later day, I will add one more combination also. Now practice this combination how it was going, because it needs at least 1 month of the time to find out your Tithi plus the Paksha. So we'll say about the another combination on the upcoming day. Okay. Weekdays the Ravivara, Nakshatra is the Moola, Purva Ashara. Okay, there is also one more combination. There are many combinations will come. There are the prominent combination. These two combinations, Tithi and the Paksha combination, you will definitely find once in a month, no matter what. Okay, because that's a nature, right? Moola followed by the Purva Ashara. Karana is a Taitala, Garaja, and the Vanija. So I believe everybody knows your Tithi, your Yoga, which day you born on, your Paksha, your Nakshatra, your Karana. Everybody knows about this thing, right? Is you have any doubt how you have to find in your horoscope? I believe it is a yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's move into our today's classes. Okay. Today we are going to see about the Chaturadhipati. That means Chatur means the four sides, number 4. So Adhipati means the 4th Lord. What is the 4th house significance?
Labasthana. No, second is Labasthana. Fourth is
Mother,
Mother,
properties,
properties.
emotions and
Why emotion?
security. I meant emotional security.
education,
Education, emotional security.
and
Why?
vehicles.
Yeah, I consider the property includes everything. So, okay, we add vehicles, your assets. Okay, the one important thing about the fourth house is your happiness. Okay,
Yeah,
if you
domestic
see
happiness. Yeah.
the happiness, one individual happiness. See, somebody will say, if I did this one, if I did that one, I will make happy. Somebody will literally will say, when I do the cooking, I feel happy. But the cooking is an action. But what makes you happy? What are the things makes you happy? The emotion makes you give that kind of an emotions, right? So the fourth house will represent what is your happiness. That means the Jataka's happiness. Over the birth chart you are seeing, their happiness is represented in the fourth house. You see your horoscope right away also and see what is the fourth house was, what is the graha present in it. Then you will may ask the question, Pranita, my fourth house didn't have any graha. You already know about the trick, right? Whoever the fourth house lord, you look into that fourth house lord wherever it was placed, what is the combination, then you took that one. So that will become your happiness. Okay. And important about the fourth house is it's one of the Kendra houses. Okay, 147, then you remember, right? It's one of the Kendra houses also. So this fourth house will represents your mother, and mother means it's not only biological mother, the mother representative figures also. You may think somebody is your mother. That is also in the fourth house. It's your home, your homeland, happiness, whatever the happiness is really represented in the fourth house. Then the social life, how well you mingle with the other peoples in this universe. Real estate, it comes everything under this real estate. Your basic education vehicles, obviously, with that. So then one question will come. I can't remember all this thing. Okay. These all the significance of the fourth house, and that significance is ruled by the fourth law. Okay, this relation is you will understand, right? What the fourth lord will do? Fourth lord will tell you about your home, will tell you about your homeland, will tell you about your assets, will tell you about your what is your happiness. Are you able to finish your basic education or not, or you have a struggle or obstacles, or you may not able to do the basic education and all, everything will be represented in the fourth house. Or how well you are attached to your mother, or you are beloved by your beloved persons in this entire universe is your mother or not. It is represented in the fourth house itself. So you may think like, I can't remember all other things. What are the three main things I can remember? Remember about the home. I always tell you about remember the happiness also. So one individual can able to know themselves is by saying the fourth house. So the happiness is one of the thing I really recommend you to remember. And home education combines. Conveyance, I'm not sure. They said it is the own vehicles, but you need to remember this one. Home, basic education, and the happiness. Okay, let's come into the fourth lord in the first house. So, first house, what is the meaning of the first house? The first house represents the individual. Any Jataka, whichever the Jataka you are saying, the first house is you. The first house is the Jataka, self. And what kind of the personality, what kind of the image they hold in this universe, it represented in the first house itself. So now the fourth lord, fourth house, we already know. What is that? It is the home, homeland, your happiness, mother, your properties. It may be your real estate. It can be your vehicle. Everything in the fourth house. Now the first house, the fourth lord is sitting in the first house. So what is that meaning? Imagine I have a Mesh Lagna. Okay. So this is the Mesha Lagna. Which is the fourth house here?
Kataka.
Karka, right? So who's the Lord here?
Moon.
Moon is the Lord. So the moon was sitting in the first house. Now the moon is in the Lagna itself. So that means fourth Lord is in the first house. What are the other things you can say? The fourth house, whatever the significance of the fourth house governed by the Lord is sitting in the first house. So that is the direct connection between the one and the fourth. That means your Lagna and the fourth house having the direct connection. That means what is the meaning here?
Trikona. What is?
What is that?
Sorry.
No, the fourth house is the Kendra. You remember that, right? Kendra.
Yeah.
This is Lagna, this is 4, this is 7, and this is 10. So it will gives you the kind of the square. If you see in the North Indian chart, it will tell you the trigona representation. You can see it as a visual representation. But in the square shape of Southern Indian chart, it's hard to see that. But it was like a square. See, imagine you standing here. The first round is your Kendra. The second round is in peripherals. Okay, so imagine that one. There's the inner circle.
Okay.
1, 4, 7, 10. When the fourth lord is in the first house means the domestic comforts is acquired by the individual or not? Of course it is, because the fourth lord himself or sitting in the first house. So definitely they have domestic comforts. They have the houses, conveyance, everything in their disposal. They can able to acquire that easily. Somebody will have to work for the number of the years to build a home, to buy a vehicle. But when the fourth lord is in the first house, means they don't need to worry about anything. The domestic comforts, it's at their disposal at any point in time. Okay. Mostly these peoples are very much outspoken. They're very clever in nature, very clever and intelligent. Okay, this one point will differ when which graha and which rashi it is placed. Suppose if the fourth lord is the okay, now I also one more thing. Okay. Imagine a situation you have the Tula Lagna. And which house becomes your fourth house? Makara, right?
Makara.
Yes. So who's the lord here?
Saturn.
So at this point, you can't even say the okay, wait a second. The outspoken and independent. Definitely, this guy is an independent. There is no doubt about it, because the Saturn, the fourth lord Saturn is in the Lagna. Definitely independent, no doubt. But outspoken, it's really doubt, because the outspoken can be developed when age grows. It's not be at the earlier age. When the age grows, when they are mature, the outspoken may develop by nature. Okay, definitely they are clever and intelligent. There is no doubt about it. You understand the difference, right? Whichever the Rashi becomes the fourth lord, then the nature of that lord is also imbibed with an individual. There's one difference you can easily understand, right? It's overhead. Okay, I think you can understand that.
Yeah.
Okay, then one important thing about the fourth house is the mother. Okay, mother is gentle and tender. Okay, this is again when the Mars becomes your fourth lord and the Mars was sitting in your Lagna, you can't say your mother is a gentle and tender. No, the mother is becomes an fiery in nature, kind of bold in nature, courage in nature. In that point in time, you shouldn't say the mother is gentle and tender. But this point in time, when fourth house is the karka, then the lord is the moon. Moon is sitting in the lagna. Then you can tell them the mother is gentle and tender, very sweet in nature, and she haven't capable of nourishing others, nurturing others. That's an inbuilt quality of your mother. You can tell that. You can easily
If
understand
sun
this.
is there, Vanita, if sun is
Sun
there.
is there means that is a wonderful quality. The mother is very authoritative in nature, and it's where there she's holding the admin capability by nature. Whatever the sun's quality, it is represented in the mothers itself. But when the moon becomes the fourth lord, then that lord was sitting in the first house, then the nature will be different. So
Yeah.
somewhat it becomes so now you can say now how I can remember all these things. No, we no need to remember all these things. Remember one thing. Fourth house represents mother, and then now combined with the lagna. So that means your mother becomes somewhat attached to you, somewhat gentle towards you. Towards whom? The Jataka, the native of the birth chart. So you can tell like that. But the nature of the mother, it will be different. There is a subtle difference here. Sometimes you may confuse while studying also, but when you practice again and again, it comes as by nature. Okay. Now, academic mind, because the basic education lord was sitting in the first house. Definitely, the mind of that Jataka will become academic in nature. What does that mean? He or she had tend to learn anything, want to learn anything, interested in academics. Okay, good for education field. If a particular person was involving in an education field, this is a great green signal for them. Definitely, they will have the large fan circle. And aesthetic house means this. Kind of you feel like the vibe when you enter into them, it becomes charm, nature. You want to be in their home for some more minutes. Some people you may enter into some other's home, you really want to get off in few seconds. But when the fourth lord in the first house means this becomes very beautiful, and you want to be sit there for a while. You feel the kind of vibration. Okay. Now a little bit more about the fourth lord in the first house. Mostly these peoples are in a simple way how you can remember when the fourth lord in the first house means it's good for good for that particular individual. Why? The Kendra Lord is one of the Kendra Lord is sitting in the Lagna. That means it's a great auspicious sign. The Jataka is confident, he can able to face anything. Okay. One important thing about this is they have an aesthetic house, not only the natural gift of decorating home. They decorate the home with anything, everything. When you enter into the home, you will really wonder and you want to be enjoy that kind of the decoration. You really check with them how you made it. They will tell you, oh, I can make it from the mud, I can make it from the flowers. But you feel the vibration is really great. Okay. Some of the examples given here the sports Gary Castro, confidence and stability. But this one, I highly recommend you to check with the people who know you very well, like your family members, immediate family members, your relatives, friends, your colleagues. Check with them, but then you will understand there was a real person in front of you. Okay, I'm not discouraging you to study this because you can see these people as a celebrity in front of you, but still I ask you to search for the peoples around so that you can easily understand how much they are very much confident. You can see in your eyes also. Okay, this is one. I guess this is Dr. Kenny's relatives and friends. You can check and I will. It's up to you to read and understand. But this all represents whatever the points we discussed here. Okay. Okay. Anybody having the fourth lord in first house? No?
Vanita, my husband has actually.
Anybody saying anything?
Yeah, I am Vasanti here. My husband has it, but the aesthetic part, I'm a little doubtful.
Okay, tell me which lagna it is. We'll
He
find
is
out.
Rishabh Lagna,
Rishabha lagna. Okay.
and sun is there in the first house, where his Simha is that fourth house, no?
Okay, Sima is the fourth house. Sun is in the first house itself.
Yeah, sun is in the first house, in the Lagna.
Awesome. And okay, let's go one by one here. Okay, this is.
I have two doubts here actually, because there are
Hmm.
4 kids there, But how only towards him she'll be gentle and tender? That is the not gentle. Like son means authoritative because other three can have different things. No, other children.
Okay, wait a second. Rishabha Lagna, and the sun was here.
Yeah.
And what is your question here?
So what my two doubts are, no, one, there's only one doubt. See, you said if the moon is there, the mother is gentle and tender. If the sun is there, the mother will be a little authoritative and she will be kind of little firm and whatever. She's like, what do I say? The head of the family where she takes the administrative role, you said. So that part is fine because I also know like my mother-in-law is kind of more of an administrative, authoritative kind of a thing. But then what my question is, there are other kids also, but not everyone would have had the same, but I have not seen, but not everyone would have had that. No, so will it change from children to children, I'm asking? If it
This
is
is
only
wonderful.
one kid, it is a different story. But if there are like 3-4 of them,
Awesome. I will give you
possible.
the example also. Yes, it's a wonderful question, I will say. That's why I said there's a subtle difference here. Will definitely make you to confuse. Okay. Lagna, fourth house in here. Okay. What is this telling? The fourth house lord in the first house. So the mother is gentle and tender. That is towards whom? Towards the Jataka, the native. So the mother is definitely gentle towards you, this person, this Jataka, gentle and tender. That means whenever she is approaching his son, the approach will be very gentle, even though the mother herself was very authoritative, very administrative, holding a great administration skill. But even then, when she approached his son, the motherly tenderness will flow will flow in towards his son. And there is no authority. There is no show of administrative skills.
Yeah,
Whatever the sun's energy, sun's significance will be, the mother will hold. There is no doubt about it. But when towards his son, there is a difference. This is for the Lagna, Rishabha Lagna, sun in the first house. Now, remember the same thing when you have the. Okay, I'll tell you this another example. You remember the other son's Jataka also?
no, I don't. No, I have not.
Now let's imagine. Okay. Now, now this having the Tula Lagna. This is a complete imagination. Okay. Now, who's this Venus? Venus was in the. Okay, wait a second. Now, Tula Lagna, that Saturn was in the Tula. Okay, here is the thing. The Saturn was exalted here, yes or no?
Yes.
But the fourth house is a Saturn's house. The Saturn
owner.
is okay. The Saturn is not a tender. Is the mother is also represented by the fourth house. The owner is now is a Saturn. Here the story little bit different. Even though the mother is moving gentle towards the Jataka is not an interest to attract towards the mother. Because the Saturn's energy it's the base of the fourth house. What is the Saturn's energy? It want to go away all kind of an relationship.
Let go.
It don't want to be involved with the kind of the family routines like mother-father relations. It's kind of there is always a gap. Even though they will show you the greater affection in front of everybody, but when they are going inside, there is no emotions. Okay, the emptiness will be fulfilled when comes into the fourth house as a mother. Okay, but what is the difference here? When the motherly nature is towards the son, but when the lagna is a jataka, how your mother behaved to the jataka. Now, remember that one point only. If the things was giving the greater confusion, remember this one. First house is you, fourth house is the mother. When the fourth house lord was sitting in the first house means how the relation, whichever the house it is, now the fourth house is the mother, that relation behaved, how the relationship between the Jataka and that particular relation. Here is the mother. So when it was placed in the Lagna means they are gentle in nature. Gentle means towards the Jataka.
Towards the Jataka. Yeah, understood.
But you understand the difference, right? There was subtle difference. I'm going to again and again telling you. The son
Yeah.
quality is the mother's quality. The mother is a kind of very administrative, it's holding authoritativeness. It's there for the mother. But when approach the Jataka, totally
True.
different.
Yes.
It's like a very gentle, very tenderness, and can't even
Yeah.
can't even feel the mother was that much authoritative.
Yes, that is true. Yeah, she's very fond of him. That's why.
Yeah.
That's the reason I asked, because being the son and she's very fond of him, and their bond is very strong. So
Yeah,
very
definitely.
lovey-dovey bond. Yeah.
Yeah. The sun, the fourth house lord in the Lagna,
Yeah.
definitely the bond will be there. Even for this scenario also, the bond will be there.
Yes.
But the farawayness will be discovered only that particular individual go through within him or herself to find out that emptiness. Because the nature of the sun is it don't want anybody in their life. They want to far away from everybody.
Oh.
Now let's see about that. Okay, now come back to our this horoscope. Okay, which one is good? First one. Which point is you are not
No,
satisfied?
all of them are kind of yes. But
Mm.
the aesthetic, house is aesthetic. Yes, that is true. But his own way of, he is being like, he does work on aesthetics and see, he likes it very clean and neat. But then I add up to all those decorative things. That's why I
Mm,
thought
mm,
he is not adding up.
So this is okay. Did you see his that desk? So if he is working in any of an office, or do you see his desk or
Yeah,
the
very,
place?
very clean, very clean. Even at home, his desk, his clothes, everything like a military man, he'll keep everything.
See
Everything has to be in its own place.
some of the quality which will be only exhibit when there was an opportunity arise. See,
Okay.
if someone was really aesthetic in nature and they are doing beautifully more than them, then what they will do, let them do it because it's so beautiful and it's match my
Oh,
taste. Obviously, what they will do, everybody, okay, let them do. They are doing beautifully.
okay.
And if the opportunity arises, you can see their talent. You can see that the mind, because it's a nervous system inbuilt in them and they're born itself.
Okay.
So if the maybe the frequency matches between you, that's why whatever you are thinking, what you want to do, it also matches with him. That's why he said, okay,
Yeah,
whatever
could
I
be.
want to do, it was done by her. Why I need to make an effort?
Yeah. Okay.
It's in kind of an opportunity crisis. Okay,
Good.
let's
Thanks.
okay, let's see about the fourth lord in the second house. Okay, now we know about the fourth house. It's about the I'm repeating the same thing again. Home, homeland, happiness, your mother, property. Property comes with an assets. I mean, real estate, your vehicles. Okay. Now the second house is the Dhanasthan. Dhanasthan, I mean, whatever the things which you can liquefy easily. All kinds of the liquid assets comes into here. That's why it's called as a Dhanasthan. His speech, your family, food, nourishment comes under the second house. How much you're foodie is also represented by the second house. See, there was again I will tell you one interesting thing. Take this one. Now I'm going to give you one example and you tell me how it will be. Okay. Now imagine a situation you have the Thula Lagna and the second house was empty. No Graha was there. And you think this person is a foodie? Yes, no? No? Yes.
Yes?
No, it wasn't. Why? Because there was no Graha
No
means
Grahadi. Yeah.
they can like some food, but then it maybe there was no particular in nature. If you see the foodie person, they will tell you what combination makes them happy, what combination makes them the invokes the tasty buds. They will tell you everything. But when you see this kind of the people's, they are the person they can eat whatever they give, and until and unless it was in their acceptable cuisine. Okay.
Okay.
Now let's see about Okay. Basically. When the fourth house, in the second house, we already know fourth house will already know. The second house means, now let's take it as an example. So this is the, now I'll take the Agni Tula Lagna. Now imagine a, okay, now fourth house lord. Who's the fourth house lord here?
Saturn.
Saturn. Saturn.
Saturn. Now, fourth lord in the second house. Who's the second house here? Vrikshika is the second house. Now the Saturn was here. Yes or no?
Yes.
Fourth lord is Saturn. Saturn in the second house. Okay, now this combination. What is it meaning? There is a direct connection between the fourth and the second house. There was a connection between the 4 and the 2. That means the Kendra and the Dhanasthan. That's a good sign. Why?
Hmm.
They most of the time they want to work from home, even though the possibility will comes towards them. In whatever they are trying to do, some people they try really hard to work from home, but they can't able to find a one single chance. But for them, the fourth lord in the second house means when the dasha buddhi is also happening, if the fourth lord in the second house in the birth chart, the work from home is then it's a greater option for them. It will comes on its own. No need there is no greater obstacles for this. Okay. Mostly, these peoples are very much logical and practicality, particularly when it comes into the finance, when it comes into an acquiring the property. These peoples are very much logical, very much practical in nature. If they want to acquire a property, they know how to do, when to do. The based on the practical things, based on logic. Okay, one simple example. You may have an idea about to buy a home or to buy a property of 1 crore or 2 crores, but you didn't have an idea about how to make the arrangements of the money. But when the fourth lord in the second house means they have the both things in their mind. They know how to buy the land, how to acquire the land, but for that, how to make the arrangements of the money also. They have the full proof plan for them. There is no failing in that part. They have the proof plan for that. Not full proof. It's a fail proof plan for that. They know logically and practically how to achieve this. Okay. Mostly these people are able to run the home or family business or the business which can run from the home. So you may see the some of the peoples, they are living in this home and in front of them they have the shops also. You can see that kind of peoples. Definitely the fourth lord in the second house. Some peoples may come and ask you, can I open the business at my home? Some people's it's not good for them. When you see about the, okay, there is a different one. I'm going to get into that. But when some people was asking, can I do my business at my home? Okay, when you see the fourth lord in the second house, there is a good sign. Yeah, you can do that. Okay, but this is the only sign which you can easily say yes, no. But this is the one of the signs, greater signs in your horoscope. Fourth lord in the second house, then nature will give you the ability to do a business from your home itself. But again, you have to skew your dasha buddhi gocharam, and all together it will speak yes, yes, yes to you. Okay? Now, and the second house is for your food and nourishment, and we may able to do a business of the catering, restaurant, or hotel based. Or you may see the cloud kitchen nowadays. They also have the ability to do the cloud kitchens from their home itself. There is a higher possibility the inheritance from the mother for sure. Okay, as a property. Definitely, they have the information education, wonderful common sense. They have most of the time, fourth lord in the second house means mother has faced the biggest role in acquiring the wealth. If because their wealth may be inherited from the mother, or mother plays a biggest role to do their business, gives backbone for the business. So whatever it is, mother plays the biggest role in their life. Anybody having fourth lord in second house? Yes, no?
No, Anita.
No.
Yes, no.
No, no.
Vinny, please explain why work from home? What is the connection of home and working?
Then you didn't hear me clearly, right? Okay. Fourth house represents your homeland. Okay. And the second house, it's for the house for your connect for your liquid assets. In other words, it's a Dhanasthan. Dhanasthan means what is that? Making of the money in your life in this dimension. How the money will come? When the fourth lord was sitting in the second house means may work from the home. That is a possibility. You understand this connection?
Yes, yes.
No?
Okay, yes, I get it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. A little bit more about the fourth lord in the second house. This is up to you. I ask you to read this carefully because Kenny sir will give you different examples when the fourth lord in a second house, what it will do. And he given elaborate examples for his relatives and the friends. Continue with the same thing. How the fourth lord in the second house. There are a number of the few people which know Kenny sir knows very much them. The number of the peoples. Okay. Again, I leave it to you to read so you can understand much more when you read on your own. Okay. Now let's moving into the fourth lord in the third house. Okay. The fourth law. What is the fourth house significance? Your home. I'm again repeating homeland. Okay. Whenever there is significance of any of the houses, it doesn't mean one. You should not think in one dimension. Relate with that houses, relate with the graphs. Okay? Relate with the kind of the questions which we are asking. Fourth lord is for your homeland, your happiness, mother, your properties, real estate, vehicles. Okay. Now the third house means. Anybody remember third house? Your aim, ambition, courage, art, passion, communication, people living nearby you, that means your colleagues, neighborhood, all comes under your younger siblings, particularly younger siblings, comes under the third house. Now, the fourth lord in the third house. So that means now Shubhalagna. Now, who's the fourth lord here? Simha is the fourth lord. Yes or no? Now, the Simha in the third house. Take care. Sun in the third house. Yes, no?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
So that is the fourth lord in the third house. Okay. Now we have to combine these two property, combine it together. What is that? Your happiness, your courage and ambition. When these combinations are combined together, what kind of the beautiful things you will have in your life? These people are led by an example. Everybody will give an example how to live a life. Okay. Most probably they have an ability to enterprise anything. Okay? Enterprise anything in their life. They have an ability to retain the wealth also, as well as self-jnana. Both the things are possible for them. And the fourth or in the third house means they retain from somebody. So whatever they earn, they can able to hold the earning as well. You may heard the rain sound, I guess. It's a heavy rain here. Today. Most probably, these peoples are the silent. They will communicate that in the mood of media, journalism, novelists. You may see the person who may not able to speak very well. But when you read their books, you really wonder how can this person can write such a wonderful novel or wonderful literature, but this person is not able to. Even this person may not be able to up to your standard. You may think like he can communicate in such a way, but when they try to improve communication, their communication is little bit different. Fourth lord in the third house means they are not their communication level is little bit different. They communicate through the media, they communicate through the journalism now, so it's entirely different. Hmm? If you ask me whether this is the good one or not, very much good. But why this is the kind of an 50-50? Because the fourth lord, who is an auspicious lord, Kenta lord, was sitting in the house, which is the Dushtana. But most of the astrologers not considering this as the Dushtana, but the third house is the starting point of the Dushtana. So the fourth lord, Kendra lord, sitting in the third. Okay. Anybody having the fourth lord in the third house?
No, ma'am.
Okay, now I finish with the fourth lord. We will move into the next section. Okay. Fourth lord in the fourth house. Fourth significance, we already know about it. Home, homeland, your properties. It can be real estate, vehicles, your mother's happiness comes into the fourth house. Now that is all the significance of the fourth lord. Now the fourth lord is in the fourth house. Okay, the owner who's also sitting in the same house. Okay, what does that mean? Now, this is the Mesha Lagna. Now, let's see, this is the Mesha Lagna. Who's my fourth lord? Moon is the fourth lord. Yes, Moon. Everybody
Yes,
can
ma'am.
hear me.
Yes.
Yeah, yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Right.
yes, yes.
So, the moon is the fourth lord, right? And Moon was sitting in the fourth house itself. That means the fourth lord in the fourth house. Okay. So, what are the main things you have to consider? You have to see about your home, mother, real estate, vehicle, hormone. The hormone is also another representation of your happiness. Okay. They very strong character. When they exhibit their characters, they show the strongness in it. They are very much social in nature. And fourth house is also represent your social life. They are very much social and helpful to the other people. They definitely have a good house and conveyance in nature. That means you will definitely have a real estate, definitely have the conveyance whichever way you want to travel. Okay. The knowledge to manipulate ideas, they have very much. Possibly, fourth lord in the fourth house, which is having the powerful political contacts, possibly high. Okay, and this is also homework for you. Why fourth house lord in the fourth house? Why the powerful political contacts coming? So, what is the relation here? Why the fourth lord in the fourth house means we can say they will have the powerful contacts. Okay, how the powerfulness itself coming here? Okay, you have to find out that as a homework. Their philosophical and religious nature. That's an inbuilt quality for them. Okay. Anybody having the fourth house and fourth law?
Vanita, I am having.
Awesome. So tell me which is your lagna?
Lagna is Karka.
And who's the fourth lord? Your Venus. Venus is in here.
Venus is in the Venus, yeah, Shukra's house.
Along with anybody?
No, no one.
Okay. How much your the strongness?
Maybe 80 on the scale of 100. Strong character. 80, I could see. Because
Awesome.
sometimes I'm doubtful about myself certain times. So that's why 80.
Mm-hmm.
But social and helpful, good house, those are fine.
Mm.
Manipulate ideas, I don't know. I'm not really very sure about it. But yes, I can to certain extent, but then I don't give myself the whole credit because maybe I didn't get opportunity for that. Then definitely no powerful political content. And yeah, that is not there. Philosophical and religious, that is there. Yeah.
The good house and conveyance?
Yeah, that is there. Very much.
When the strong characters represents because when the Venus was there, even though you have the strong character, you may not feel it because that's the Venus energy. The Venus energy is really sweet and soothing, and it makes you to feel like you are not strong. But when you go inside, that's why the inner engineering works. When you move inwards into you, that is the moment you feel that strongness. The strongness is not the kind of a thing you are adamant. Most of the time, the people will confused with an adamant and the strongness and the stubbornness. No, the three different characters altogether. But the strongness, when you feel that when you move inside, you will find the strongness. But when the Venus is in front, you feel that you are really soft. Okay. Knowledge to manipulate idea means the manipulate ideas is a different story altogether. But when you have an idea, you have a knowledge, but how you manipulate to the ideas, it's up to the individual, right? That kind of energy, you may have you read a number of books, you learned a number of languages, or you learned many knowledge, you learn from different peoples. But the manipulating ideas, that kind of an energy, someone who should have. But when the fourth lord in the fourth house was sitting, the energy was in there, that particular individual. The knowledge to manipulate ideas it's a kind of to do in their list. They can able to, if they try, they can able to do.
Okay.
Okay, let's see about the next section. Okay, let's see about the horoscope. Okay. We'll quickly finish this in 5 minutes. Then next 5 minutes we'll see about the exercise. Okay. This is the continuation of the last week. We try to see about the fifth house. The ascendant is the Karka Lagna, and we are seeing the fifth house. The fifth house is three grahas in it: Moon, Mars, and the Ketu. So it was in the order by the degree wise. So Moon comes first, Mars second, Ketu. So that means Moon towards the Mars, Mars towards the Ketu. So how we have to see this combination? Moon plus Mars, Mars plus Ketu. Okay, so this is the way you have to see when the three grahas present in it. There are the various ways the different astrological methods they will tell you. But this is the easiest way you can easily derive some answers immediately. Okay, let's see about this one. We already discussed about the Chandra Mangala Yoga. Chandra Mangala Yoga means the water and the fire energy is combined together. What kind of an energy the individual can do? Some kind of an emotional intent will be there, but most of the time they want to put into an action. So, see, when the mood is alone, even if it was in a emotionally intense state, it didn't have an energy to put into an action. But when the Mars is combined, they have all the energies to put into an action. They are mostly action oriented. But when you see in them, they're emotionally inclined towards. Most of the time, they're impulsive in nature, but you will see that how highly driven by. Okay, that's all the things when we see about the Chandra Mangala Yoga. Some people may see as it's a positive side, but I saw it as when these two combinations are combined, I saw it as not when you're emotionally intense, you are destroying yourself, you are destroying your inner self. So that's why I make it as the negative point. Quick to react means the Mars energy was when you are emotionally intense and the Mars drives you, the Mars overtake at any point in time, even if you are emotionally intense also. The Mars overtakes you and it makes you to quickly react. That leads you to the impulsiveness. Okay, highly driven because of the Mars energy. Okay, determine. One simple thought about here was none of the grahas should not go beyond the limit. It should be in a balanced way. Even if you're the Mars energy, even if it is your Moon's energy. See, without the Mars energy, you can't do any actions. Without the Moon's energy, you can't feel any kind of an emotion. So everything should be in a stable state. The determination, leadership, and courage will come because Mars was there. That gives you the tremendous energy inside you. to hold the courage and lead into the leadership quality. Success in any kind of the career whichever you choose. Some people have to choose, okay, if I getting into the marine only, I will get succeed. Some people will think, no, if I enter into the teaching only, I can succeed. But when the Chandramangala Yoga in your horoscope, you enter into any field, definitely you will get success in that. Okay. Now, this is the little bit about the Chandramangala Yoga. Now, Mars and the plus Ketu combination. It's a kind of the, okay, why I mentioned it is the clash. Any of the Panchaputa Grahas, when combined with any of the shadow planets, Rahu and the Ketu, it becomes the clash family. That means the energy which is of the Panchaputa combined with the shadow, it's a clash. It's not the combination, it's not a union, it's a clash. Okay. What is the Mars and plus Ketu here? Mars is the fire and Ketu is the shadow planet. So these two energies are clashed together. So the Ketu, how we can mention it as a Ketu? The Ketu is a kind of the directionless intensity. So how if in any one of the Jataka, the Ketu's energy is high, they definitely need a guru. Without the guru's direction, they can't able to move in their life. For this planet, if the Ketu's energy is high, significantly high in anyone's person's life, they definitely needs the guru's direction. Without them, they don't feel the life. They don't feel like they want to live in this planet. Okay, so that means the fierce energy, which is Mars, the directionless intensity, which is Ketu. Now, this is both going to fight with each other. What it will comes in. So that leads you into inner conflict. Inner conflict means that is more than dangerous than the outer conflict. What is inner conflict? You fight yourself. There was one thought will come, it overrides another thought, and these two thoughts combined together and fight with each other, and that leads you to emotionally intense. Okay, but when any of the in among these grahas, the shadow planets combined together, that gives you the karmic things. Most of the things that karmic drive means whatever the things which we done in the past, that leads to this kind of a combination. It's a kind of the removal of the karma here in this planet. With whatever the karma which we did earlier, it's a kind of then you will say gift of that. Okay. Now, warrior is the Mars and the Ketu is a spiritual oriented. Now combined together, it will give you the spiritual warrior thing. Okay. Now let's see our horoscope. Now, we know about the fifth house. Fifth house, Lord here is the Mars. Three graha present in it, Moon, Mars, and the Ketu. Moon is debilitated. Mars is in his own house. Okay. Now, that leads to the two combination. We already saw that. Moon plus the Mars and the Mars plus the Ketu. Here, Moon is debilitated. That is good for us. Why? When the Moon and the Mars combines together, imagine a situation, the Mars with the full energy and the Moon is in the full energy and the Mars is here. When combined together, that will give you the emotional intense. But the debilitated Moon will give you the kind of an energy in a subtle way. Emotional intense will come, but it will comes and goes. Okay. Now, are you creative thinking? When these combinations was there, Moon plus Mars, Mars plus Ketu, creative process will be there. Obviously, yes, we'll check with her.
Yes. I'm quite creative.
Yeah. And about the romance means, or you ended up with a love marriage or the marriage is an arranged marriage?
Arranged marriage.
Arranged. Because when the Ketu was combined, it leads to an most of the time, but I didn't read in any of the books. But when the Ketu was combined in the fifth house, I saw it was somewhat it was comes at as a coming at as a arranged marriage. I'm not sure why it is. We
The
already know.
moon being weak is the reason why she is not having a love marriage?
Yeah, possibly because the moon is debilitated, even though action-oriented planet was here, but the Ketu is also here. But I would really see the Ketu is a reason.
Oh, okay.
But the moon debilitated means that is also maybe possibly the emotional, she was settled in, saturated in somewhat, particularly in a romance related thing. She may be a very good girl. That's why
Yeah.
she, yeah, yeah. And when Mars Putrasthana conceived, maybe when the shadow planet was there, definitely there is a possibility, there is a struggle in the conceiving. How many child you have?
I have
And
only one daughter, Vanita.
one.
One daughter.
And how this first child will be? It's an easy or it's a struggle?
No, I think only I had a long labor. Other than that, I don't say
Hmm.
the struggle or anything. Yeah.
Okay. Maybe the Mars may be going to give you that kind of an energy here. And additionally, the Dasha Buddhi, when you are conceived that first child, or which Dasha Buddhi was happening, that may also help you, because when the Ketu was here, it stops you to do the conceiving process. It won't
So,
allow you to give the birth to another human. The conceiving, which because this is a karmic planet, which is the Ketu, when it comes into the fifth house, it definitely gives you that kind of the struggle. Okay, now let's move into the fourth point, spontaneity, because that will comes by nature. Because the
I
Mars energy
want to.
sitting in its own house, that definitely gives you. Okay, then the question will come. Anita, I have the fifth house as a Saturn. Saturn was its own house, then the spontaneity will come. It's a doubt there. Okay, why?
Okay.
The but it's come into their mind. The amount of the actions you delivered is the point. See, the spontaneous, the thing will be there, but when how come they deliver the action, right? The Saturn takes some amount of the sweet time to deliver it as an action. Okay, so that's why it doesn't mean the spontaneity was not there. It's in their mind. The action was not delivered. Okay, it's diplomatically saying no, but it's a kind of there's subtle difference there. Okay, definitely you the amusement. Okay, here is an interesting point. Why? Because the Ketu is here. How much you are interested towards the amusement?
Um,
Amusement can be anything. You entertain yourself or
yeah. I'm quite good on like I love it. So I enjoy most of the things like.
and how much you were related with it, because when the Ketu was there,
Mm.
some kind of you feel like, okay, let it be whatever. If it was, imagine you there was a theme park you won't imagine to go, but some normally the people's will, if they are not the plan is not went well, why they decided one day, and for every other reason they are not able to go, they will get disappointed, right? But
Yes.
what kind of an emotion will go through? Imagine this situation. You planned already, everything was done, and you have to be step into that area only, but you are not able to do it. What kind of an emotion will go
No, that I will be very angry. Actually, yeah, I get disappointed. That's also there. Both sides of the coin. Yes.
through? Okay. Then the amusement you will enjoy. You already said you will
Yeah, I
enjoy the
enjoy
amusement,
and
and
humor.
how
Yeah. With my friends and all, we are very humorous and a full life. We live full life that way. So humor part also like there is. I enjoy with all my friends. I go out and so all that is there with family, friends, everyone.
Hmm.
Basically, because of Lagna Lord being in the fifth, no, ma'am.
Why?
Intellect. Lagna Lord being in the fifth, so she has the moon being for intelligence.
Yeah,
Yeah, so she has
correct. The intellect will come, and the Mars is also give that.
analysis. Yeah,
Sorry, the Ketu will also give you that kind of a knowledge. The analytical skills is also given by when.
Yeah.
Okay, there is one more combination, the Moon and the Ketu combination. But here the Mars was there, so you should not consider it as the Moon and the Ketu combination. But when the Moon and the Ketu sitting in its own one Rashi, the intellect and analytical skills will come by nature. The first son means the first child, not the son. It's the first
Mhm.
child. It's my mistake. I written as a son. This is first child. Fifth house is your first child. I don't know why I written it as this, but it's a child. That's why I asked about how is your first child consumed in struggle because of this one.
No, Anita, I was very lucky I had her. Otherwise, the doctor said I will never have anyone later.
Okay.
Blessed.
By luck, I had. Yeah.
Blessed,
It's
blessed.
always, yes.
Mhm.
And one more thing, today we did fourth lord. Her fourth lord is in the fourth, ma'am. So politics, she should be having good contacts.
But I don't have. That's maybe I should have. But in a workplace, of course, with all the seniors, I had very good contact because that was one thing which I enjoyed being in. At workplaces, all the seniors I was really in good terms with.
Hmm.
I don't.
We will see about the sixth and the other houses later in the week. Okay,
Yes.
we will quickly see about the anybody want to add in this house for the particularly on the fifth house. So you can add it now. In the meantime, I will.
My only thing is Mars is sitting in his own house, but it's a water sign. So her fieriness will be a little mellowed, isn't it, ma'am? And along
No,
with Moon also.
no, the comparatively with the here when Mars is here, the difference will be there for sure because this Mars was like glowing sun. It will if this Mars get anger, any people in front of them will get into full fierce will affect. But when comes into here, this anger was like settle down easily, but the anger is also flow smoothly like water. But
Mhm.
this difference is here. The Mars and here, the Mars and here, the greater difference.
And also, normally people say Rahu behaves like Saturn and Ketu behaves like Mars. So Mars is also already there, and so Ketu will be a
Mars
double
is the
whammy over there.
no. Wait. Mars is sorry. Rahu is the double Mars.
Rahu is double
Rahu,
Mars. Saturn, no, ma'am.
no. Ketu works in a different way. See, the Ketu is like let go of the nature, like how the Saturn will do.
Mm-hmm.
Rahu is like a double Mars. See,
Okay.
whatever the quality of the Mars, the fearful nature, it was a kind of an angry, whatever the things which may get the other people's get feared.
Okay.
That's the Mars. But how you represent the Rahu? Rahu is the kind of the squad of the Mars, doubled nature. The fury in greater, exaggerated fearfulness, exaggerated fierceness, everything comes into Rahu's energy. But when it comes into the Ketu's energy, it's totally different. Okay, now let's see about the Saturn. Saturn is also into the discipline. Saturn is also into the detachment. Saturn is also into the kind of moving far away from the any kind of a relationship. Then see about the Ketu. Ketu, it leads to about the Ketu is also about the detachment. That this detachment is more than the Saturn. Give me one. Okay. I mean, okay. Now the Ketu will leads like a detachment, and the detachment is a kind of the double of the Saturn. It let go of everything. It then have an kind of attachment, have an intention of attachment with anything also. You would say I don't say the Ketu as a Saturn squared. Why? The Ketu is having a different quality altogether. It's a kind towards the spiritual, kind towards to the wisdom beyond the guru. It's kind of how the knowledge Mercury acquired the knowledge. Jupiter is beyond the knowledge, but the beyond the wisdom is the Ketu. So when you see this one as the Ketu, I don't ever see as a Ketu as a Saturn squared. This is a different energy altogether. But Rahu is a Mars squared only. Mars is the double of the Mars.
Okay.
Okay. Now let's quickly finish the Excel thing. Second. Okay, so you. Stop sharing this. Okay. 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 I will quick. Everybody can see this Excel sheet, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay. I forgot to add the Satish thing. It's really beautiful. Okay, when you try to find an answer for anything, particularly for the fruits, there are the few things you have to consider. One is the quality of it, whether that particular fruit going to give which kind of an energy or momentum into your body. That is also you have to consider. Most probably, it's about the color of the fruits and the name, how what the taste will be. It depends upon the taste, color, and what kind of an energetics it is going to give you. Okay, before that, let's quickly see about what are the natures of the grahas. Hard grahas when comes into Sun and the Mars comes into the picture. Cool Moon and the Mercury. Dry grahas. Okay, the dry is the one property which is mostly come into most of the planets, which I'll tell you later. Okay, now when there was a dry means the Saturn comes into picture, Ketu and the Mercury. Moist grahas is a Jupiter, Venus, and the Moon. Erratic grahas means which is give you the exotic nature that which is make you to restless, which is not available easily. Some kind of mysticism in it. That kind of the things which comes into Rahu and the cage. Okay. Now that was one part. Now comes into the taste. The soreness is combined. It can be represented the sun. It's combined. It's also by the Mars. So how the energy difference? It depends upon the food which we are eating. Okay. Sweet is a Venus as well as the Jupiter. Pungent is the Saturn. Salty is the Moon. Bitter is the Mercury. Astringent taste is the Rahu and the Ketu. Okay. Then you may find the different kind of an answer when everywhere, but you change accordingly. Exactly match your mind. Okay. Now comes into the colors. Saturn, we already know the dark blue kind of a black, and you may consider the dark, very dark blue. And when you see into the temples, particularly in the Navagrahas, you see the dressings, you can easily identify that. Okay. Mars is the red color. Venus is the white or the pink. Anything which is in the silk, okay, considered as the Venus only. Mercury green color, Jupiter yellow, Jupiter Rahu deep purple. Deep purple means it was so deep purple. Sun orange yellow shaded. Moon is a white, Ketu is a mixed colors. Okay, now comes into the energetics means what kind of the thing that we are seeing about the fruits. What kind of the thing which is that food going to give you? Is that going to detoxify you? It is going to purify. In that sense, detoxification is the Saturn's, purification is the Ketu. Energize, hot, sharp, dry. So all comes under the Mars. It's an emotional, cool, moist, nurturing moon welcome. Penetrating, hard, or radiant in nature, sun welcomes. Energize, dry, light, quick. Okay, here also you will see the dry is also for the Mercury, and the dry is for the Mars. Warm, moist, expands to Jupiter. Cool, moist, fertility, harmony, Venus. Okay, cool, dry, heavy, Saturn. Erratic, smoky, restlessness, Rahu. Dry, short, Saturn, Ketu. Okay, now with that, the basic. Okay, we are moving into the fruits. I didn't fill everything, but as much as I can, I will explain. Then later you will understand on yourself. Okay, why I make it as a heading here? See, this is a kind of I categorize the fruit depends upon comes into an one headline. Like the poms is the kind of a fruit which is having the seed in its center. if you imagine an apple, how the seed will be, right? It's in the center. And it's also the outer layer is looks like a heart, but when you eat, it's kind of a soft. Okay, the apple comes, it's going to give you the life force, kind of an energy. So that's why it comes under the sun. Then you may think, no, it's a red color, like
Yeah, I thought so.
Mars. No, the Mars energy may be there, okay, because of the redness, the outer layer. But when you eat the apple is going to give you the life force, the kind of an energy which you consume in your body that mostly without the sun's energy, significant sun's energy, uh, that's not possible. Okay, then you may ask, in this particularly this dimension, every object is having all the grahas present in it, knowingly or unknowingly. But why we need to make it is okay, the apple is a sun, the crab apple is a Mars. Why we need to mention prominent percentage? See, when you see the gold is not the gold jewelry is not only the gold, right? Gold is also a combination of the copper or the silver or combined with some other metals in the world. So, but why you are still saying it is equal? Because the prominent percentage which is represented by the gold. That's why we are saying, telling it as if it's a gold jewelry. Same goes for everything in the world. Everything combined with the Panchapudas only, but the percentage levels is goes differently. And when it comes into an apple, significantly mass energies will be there. Otherwise, the red color apple may not come. If you see the green apple, the Mercury's energy will be there, but still the sun's energy. That's why the energy will come. The benefit of the fruit is produced by the sun's energy only. Okay. Now let's see about the crab apple. The crab apple you may see in here. I'm not sure, but it was looks like an apple in a mini apple. You can see that is a mini apple.
Yeah.
It's mostly it comes in the red color. Red color means not red, exactly like an apple, but it looks like a very small in size. But what is the difference between these two? The taste is really sharp in the crab apple, very sharp taste. It's literally touch your taste. And the soreness and the weariness, that is both together. Okay, you may see here the soreness is also some, soreness is also mixed. But here the sharpness is come, that's why the soreness is also there, the mass energy is combined. Okay? Now, here you may ask, there is no sun's energy? No, it's there. But the prominent thing is the mass. No. The pear comes in, it's juicy in nature. When you eat the pear food, it was very gentle, sweet. The sweet is not heavy, so sweet. Sorry, not so sweet, it's very gentle, sweet. Same time, it's watery and it's going to give you the cooling effect immediately into your body. That's the pear. Means I don't know how many of you see this fruit. It looks like an apple, but really hot in nature, very dense in nature. But you can't eat that fruit directly. You have to cook that fruit. Because of that heaviness and the dense, it gives the sadness energy. But the colors, if you see that color, the color is kind of a light yellow or kind of yeah, light green, may say. But the taste is really astringent and heaviness. Because of that, we consider it as a Saturn's energy. Local, everybody will see this fruit, I believe. It's a Mercury energy. Why? That comes with a dual taste. It's also tangy, it's also sweet. Okay, this when you combine, okay, then you may say, Monica, apple is a sun. I have to restrict myself. The apple is a sun. No, based on your research, based on whatever you feel like, no, the apple is holding this. When I taste, I feel this kind of thing in my body. You consider that one. Okay, it's I mean, it's not a closed language. It's an open, not a closed knowledge. It's open knowledge. Whenever based on your experience, based on your research, you can modify it. Okay. Now, when it comes into stone fruits means the called as the troops in one word. Like apricot, if you see that, right? One stone kind of a thing was in the center. When you open it, you can eat the flesh and you can throw away the stone kind of the seed. Okay. Because of the soft, when you see that apricot, when you don't think about apricot in a dried fruit. Imagine the apricot as a fruit. When you touch that apricot fruit, it's so soft, it's so sweet. both the things combined together. That's why Josephine. Cherry, it was Mars. Why? Because the bright red that gives you that kind of an energy. Additionally, it gives you the sharp energy and also will energize your body immediately. Damson, I'm not sure which you can see this. It's a kind of a dark blue or dark color will come and astringent and heavy taste because of that, the Saturn. Date, again, it is a Jupiter. Everybody will think based on the color, I can't give it as a Jupiter. No, the Jupiter is white, the sweet in nature, and it's also having a quality of nourishing.
So damson we can equate to Indian fruit of jamun, right?
Give me one, what is that?
In Tamil we call it naval.
Your voice is very, very low for me. Did I hear it?
Is it?
Anybody can say?
Yes, Anita. He's talking about jamun and
Equate with jamun.
Which one?
Instead of
Jamun.
damson, I said the equivalent in India would be jamun, right? Or naval param.
No.
No?
Really? Give me a second.
yeah, but that is also astringent actually.
Same color.
Same color, the deep purplish, blackish purplish.
Oh. Things are
Krishna's favorite, that is.
I see that the novel food is my favorite. I didn't forget that. I'm trying to
Okay.
imagine this.
Okay. So I'm just based on the color. I'm just not.
Yeah, I understand. But this one, the damson food, right? But most of the thing you can't eat it directly. You have to
Okay.
combine with. You have to cook. Sometimes the people will say the flavor will come after the cooking only, but I'm not also didn't eat that damson. I heard only. But then navel fruit, which the navel palam, that's my favorite from my childhood. That
Okay.
I have that in a various ways. This one I will tell you. I didn't research
Okay.
on both the things are same or not.
Okay.
Okay, let's see about the date. Okay, dates will give you a kind of the nourishing quality immediately, and the sweet in nature that goes into the Jupiter. Then you may think, okay, sweet is also Venus. Why? Because the kind of the hardness which you see in the dates, but when you pluck from the tree, that moment itself it looks like very hard in nature only. But when it comes into the ripening stage, it's becomes lightly softened. That's why it goes into Jupiter. There is also one more quality. If you put into the dates which you see after drying, any of the fruits if you make it as a dry fruits, when you put into the water, it has an ability to expand. But the same thing goes for the dates as well. But still, the sweet and because of the nourishing quality, it goes into the Jupiter category. Okay, mango is a life-giving energy. Everyone agreed that goes for the sun. Because of the golden in nature, the vitality which goes in the body when you have that, the heat is also increased when you have the mango. Nectarine, mostly it's kind of a juicy and a cooling nature. Most of the fruits which is going to give you the cooling nature comes under the moon. The juicy fruits comes under the moon. Okay. And additional qualities, kind of the
But it
gentle.
is sour also, right? Little bit. Sweet also, but it's a vitamin C fruit.
But if you had a sourness means then you have to wait for 2-3 more days because the real nature you will enjoy when that fruit becomes little bit soft.
Oh, sorry. No, I missed. Okay, nectarine. Yeah, I got it. Yeah, family of the apricot. Yeah, I got it. Sorry. Yeah.
And the olive is a mercury. Mostly we can't eat this one directly, but you have to put into how you can say you have to mix it up something and that becomes that and the shell becomes loose. You have to make it as like a pickle. So
Yeah.
then the olive comes in the mercury. Why the kind of the bitterness taste will be there. If you haven't a chance to bite the olive when it was freshly picked, you will understand that bitterness. The bitterness will go. It is also comes with the kind of an when you pluck from the tree, the bitterness will be there, but there was no oil in nature. But it will later stages it will come. It comes with a dual taste. Most of the fruits will comes with a dual taste, means it goes under the mercury. It can this one particularly it's a bitter in nature, but the oil is also there. But the oily things which you can't come and directly pluck the, you can't find that. But that's the nature of it. Dual taste and the green nature that comes under the mercury. Okay, now the peach comes in a various forms. Okay, various colors also. If you see the peach variety, you will really wonder how come this many peaches will be there. Um, okay, the special about the peach is the fragrant. The fragrant which is comes when you have the peach, you will feel the softness. When you hold the peach in your hand, you really wonder how much this one. Okay, it was also a story for me whenever I see the peach. Um, there was one Chinese drama. I am not sure how many who see this drama. There's a 10 miles of peach blossom. That was the drama's title. And the entire drama was depicted in such a way that it was full of animated movies, but you can't even feel even a single moment you feel that it was in a kind of special special illusion was included or but in the 10 miles of peach blossom, they exactly depicted in the drama. That is the moment I just come and check into the peach. That's the story of beginning of knowing about the peach. Okay, let's coming into the peach. But the peach taste is really, really good. And because of the softness, particularly about the fragrance. See, the fragrance, when comes into the fragrance, the goes under the Venus. Okay. Plum, Ragu and the Ketu, the purple shades, and the sour and the sweetness in it, it comes into the Ragu and the Ketu. Okay. Blueberry Saturn, because of the dark blue cooling, the detoxification comes under the Saturn. Cranberry Mars, because of the red and the blood and immunity, because of that. Gooseberry is nothing but the amla only. Abaz amla, the nellika, if you see in the Tamil. It's a combination of the Ketu and the Sun. Why? Because the soreness, which I already told you, comes under the Sun or the Mars, because the energy which is going to give for the digestion is given by the amla, but that's taste is a soreness. That's why, because it comes under the Sun. Purification in Ayurveda, if you ask them, the sacred fruit is the amla. For that, the purification, they use the amla. So that's why the Ketu comes into the picture. The grape is the Venus because of the sweet as well as the fertility. If any of the people's looking to enhance the fertility, they always go with the fruit, which is for the grapes. The Venus is related with the love, romance, fertility, sweet softness. So Venus comes into picture. Huckleberry, I don't know how many of you see this. In our village, you can see this. It was in a wild planet. It can be grown on the fence also. It can be mostly on the outside or outskirts of the village. It's very small in color, but it's a very deep purple. But the taste was quite good. It was very small. I really forgot how to say in Tamil also, because this is the fruit I had in the very early age. I forgot the name of the fruit. Okay, comes into the kiwi. Kiwi is a mercury energy because of the dual taste. Tangy also, sweetness also. Tangy, when it was slightly going into ripe, the tanginess will be there. But when comes fully ripened, the sweetness will be there. It gives an energy immediately. The mercury is because of the dual taste, mercury comes into the picture. Passion fruit, everybody knows, I guess. The moon plus Venus because of the vibrant pulp. If you open the fruit, there is a pulp in it. You have to have the pulp taste only. But if you open the vibrant pulp, it will catch your eyes. It's very nurturing fruit. Aggregate foods means a number of the foods combined together to form one aggregate food. The blackberry satin because of the color. Boysenberry, I didn't have this fruit, but I saw that only. It's a kind of the hybrid. When you combine it together, raspberry and the blackberry, when combined together, it comes in a deep brown. That is also exotic in nature because of the hybrid. It's considered as the Rahu. Mercury raspberry is a bright red, pink color, but the taste it's also light, but the tart taste is also there. That's why the raspberry is a mercury. Strawberry because of the heart in shape and the sweet, fragrant. Because the strawberry going to give you the smell. Any fruits which gives you the smell, which gives you this kind of the softness, sweetness comes under the Venus. Okay, the citrus fruits will I fill it the information. You will see that in remaining fruits. I will fill the information. Read this Excel sheet once in a while. Once you find it out, Vanita, I totally against this idea. Why you give this graha in this manner? We'll discuss that. Okay. Um, okay. Next week, I thought to give you the vessels. Which one we can go for? We can go for vegetables, vessels, or the kitchen. Everybody can hear me.
Vegetables?
Vessels. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll see that. Okay. Then I will list down as usual. I will give the list like this. You can fill it up the information here itself. Okay.
Yeah.
I forgot to add the Satish information here. Later on, I will do that. If you find in time, Satish, you can add it here as well. Okay, you can directly edit here. I guess everybody can edit this Excel, right? I thought you can. Yes, no? I guess everybody can. Okay, if you are not able to edit this Excel sheet, please let me know. Oh, already it's good. I have to go. I'll see you all next week then.
Yes, Vanita.
Okay then.
Bye, ma'am.
so
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Vanita.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.